Time out is Cito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape before for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. You know, we gonna get into the context of men should always have a point. You know what I'm saying? So give me 1 second and stuff. My daughter asking for more food and stuff like that. So give me a second. Right, you won't get it if you don't let me finish. I mean that. Right. So yeah, men should always have a point. You know what I'm saying? So welcome IG and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna break this down real quick and let everybody know why men should always have a point in things. Because you know, when we dealing with men, we dealing with the masculine. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you gotta get into some esoteric knowledge before you even like really try to take part into these types of teachings and shit like that. So if you ain't into this shit like that, just look away. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not into it for real. You know what I'm saying? You're not into it. If you into it and things of that nature, you're going to find within these esoteric studies, I don't care what book you get, I don't care what, you know what I'm saying, something that I'm saying or something that somebody that I associate with, you know what I'm saying, in name that is saying it, you know what I'm saying? And it's not too many people in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even care about people in my family like that to just give them credit if they ain't doing this shit. So just know that's how I get down for real. So, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't nobody online special. This is about teaching. This is about knowledge. It's about wanting to say yourself and unlock yourself from, you know what I'm saying, certain constraints of the mind and things of that nature that keep putting you in pitfalls and shit like that. And keep having you acting out certain natures that, you know what I'm saying, that's taught to you by people that don't want to succeed. If this ain't this not that type of information for you, then you need to look the way. You know what I'm saying? You need to look away. Okay? But men should always have a point of things. Now, men deal with more of the masculine nature and things, you know what I'm saying? So before you even get to male and female, you know what I'm saying, men and women was created different from men, female and male, you know what I'm saying? So men and women, when they created the title men and women and shit like that, they were correlating the masculine energy to the man because he has the masculine features. You know what I'm saying? Like the penis and shit like that, the motherfucking energies that play out more straight up, you know what I'm saying? More straightforward or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or something that can sustain or have a maintenance, you know what I'm saying, that can be gradually utilized for the external. So that's the external realm. So that's something you can point to, you know what I'm saying? That's some straight up and shit like that. So every male and things of that nature already got this because of their organs that they play out within this dimension and stuff like that. Now, you know what I'm saying, the feminine nature is different. The feminine is the receiver, you know what I'm saying? So they got vaginas, they got internalization, they got more emotional depth, you know what I'm saying, and all that, you know what I'm saying? So they should more so deal with having the magic of intuition and the magic of, you know what I'm saying, whatever they call in dark feminine, if long as it ain't manipulating and things, you know what I'm saying? You know, if it's manipulating in the right reasons, then go off, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody around you that don't, you know what I'm saying, that don't know no better and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you probably can get away with that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as far as a real spirit and stuff like that, this is how every real spirit is supposed to look at it, and this is why that you in those positions to actually even consider yourself to be something. But a man should always have a point. Now, you know what I'm saying, men deal with the externalization, the men deal with the straightforward energy, straight up energy, you know what I'm saying, basically always being on a end of being pointy receiver, I'm not receiver, but projector, externalization. Now, each male and female have percentage levels of these, you know what I'm saying? So a male has 60% masculine, 40% feminine, based upon the body that they chose, and the woman has 60% feminine, 40% masculine. So this is getting you into that context that this is not essentially no thing where you can, it got to be something that's created within your mind and stuff like that. It's something that we can observe and see that everybody kind of play out. You know what I'm saying? So based upon, a man should always have a point and thing, you know what I'm saying? A point is going to be a point of reference in the esoteric realm, something that you can point to or whatever. And then based upon you having that point and things, you know what I'm saying, that is going to be your light, or you're going to utilize that light as how you want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're utilizing that point of reference, this teaches you, you know what I'm saying, logic, or making a point in the esoteric realm mentally. So you making a point, but you strong on that point. And that point is for you to, you know what I'm saying, not go overboard, but it's just a point to the logic of the situation. So you ain't in no bias, you ain't into no feeling, you know what I'm saying? But whatever you can sense and externalize, make sense and things, that's what it's going to be. That's what's going to be the masculine point of reference that you can point to show, you know what I'm saying? What men do, come to conclusions, come to logic and things of that nature, and that others can observe and point to that reference. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're feminine, a woman in these natures and things of that nature, to utilize your masculine energy, you should do the same. You should have a point of reference. You should have something that you can point to look at, you know what I'm saying, and say that, okay, this is this is a point, and based upon me having this point of, I see this male playing out this point or whatever, based upon me having this point, if I can debunk him or something like that, or I can debunk, you know what I'm saying, the situation, because I got this point of reference. And that's how feminine will utilize her masculine energy, because she don't really got to say nothing. A man going to destroy himself at that point. You know what I'm saying? If she utilizing the point of reference, aka her masculine, better than him and shit like that. And that's why you don't see men fight. You know what I'm saying? We do fight, but it don't come in an aspect of biases or whatever. We fighting to prove something or whatever. We're not supposed to be in our emotions, because that would be us being in our feminine and fighting and shit like that. And so if you do see beta males doing that, it's because they don't got no points or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, men don't fight on that level like feminine fight. You know what I'm saying? So so men, you know what I'm saying, they have points and things. So the more you can point to that point of reference and make that point of reference look like something that's logical and things, that can be something that can materialize and manifest down here as an idea or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that can go through and sustain, heavy currents, natures and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and it can materialize, you know what I'm saying, as a point, then you can be utilized for a point for other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you don't got that or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're more reacting to the feminine and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So the feminine only supposed to, you know what I'm saying, she when she get into overproving her point and things, because she may have more of the feminine nature in the organs and stuff like that, the way that a feminine is going to prove that point is by simply, you know what I'm saying, utilizing her emotions and her feelings and things to prove a point. Even if she thinks she's being logical about it, she may do it in a way where it's proving, you know what I'm saying, that she may try to be in too much masculine energy at the moment because of what, you know what I'm saying, the nature that she's in. So she may be trying to overpoint when, as a feminine, that ain't really your job. I don't even care if you're masculine utilizing femininity. Once you got a point and stuff and you prove it, or if you feel like you got to stand on that or whatever, you're going to fall back from that point, that logic and that point of reference, and let everything else happen. So that at that moment, you're supposed to be receiving whatever you put out as a spirit, as a point of reference to actually receive, you know what I'm saying, whatever you know that you're standing corrected on as far as your knowledge, your logic, or whatever you putting out. You know what I'm saying? Now, anytime either one go too far into the other, you know what I'm saying, that's when we got trouble. That's when we got today's society, gender wars, beta males, GMO females, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Zeus got to come down here as Ganymede through human Calcito and shit like that, blow the whistle and things like that, and put y'all onto the stars. You know what I'm saying? So we can get all correlated back to the nature. Like I said, if you ain't into this shit, You need to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You need to go in here, watch some Brother Panic so you can get out of your lower natures and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And shit, so you can see how you can get proved wrong about occult mysticism and how it's a real thing and how it's being practiced on you. Once you get out that point, then you can go watch Archangel Uriel and start like learning how to do it in real time. Or, you know what I'm saying, or somebody like me and things where I, going to spread the word and the information, you know what I'm saying, show you how to be a human doing it, as with humanity and shit, as Aquarius Academy. But it's coming through Zeus, you know what I'm saying, coming as Zeus through Academy. So, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, a man could think they have a point, you know what I'm saying, a false point of reference and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, because they may be into a lot of things that may get them validated by other men that don't got no points, you know what I'm saying? But this is how you lose arguments and shit like that. So when you have a point and shit like that as a masculine, if you don't have no point and you're into too much of your feminine natures and things of that nature, this is going to create you manifesting shit like, you know what I'm saying, you getting took advantage of because you don't really have nothing to point to, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. And then so when you are into arguments and stuff like that with females, you might go overboard. You might want to, harm a woman, you know what I'm saying. You might want to, because you don't got no point, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, you would be busy doing what you need to do for God and other people in the world that have, you know what I'm saying, that need people like you as a point of reference to learn from, to understand how to deal with their emotions and feelings and get their 1-2 together. So if you don't got that, you know what I'm saying, as a man, then this is when, you know what I'm saying, you might have to do a little work and understand what they might talking about as far as men, especially in the Bible, in the context, and then what they created down here for y'all to interpret as what we doing, and them characters, you play that out. Now, just because you a male don't mean you got to play out the man energy, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, it's easier for you to access that because you're in a male body. And if you want to, it's not going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you to access the feminine energy to the 100% level, even if you become one. That's why it's all it's struggle being LGBTQ now. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. But it's easier being that way because they correlated this with the actual system of what they deemed masculine beyond bodies and flesh. You know what I'm saying? So, but just because a male had them characteristics, this is what they're calling as you can be a man if you know how to be a man. So it's all start with the mental first. Make sense, logic, information, rationality, anything that leads to having a point that you can utilize as a point of reference to understand, you know what I'm saying, what are we all looking at so we won't be lost and we can have some type of direction. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're dealing with feminine, you're dealing with receiving and internal and shit like that. And like I said, anytime you utilize your emotions and things, you know what I'm saying, or the feminine energy in general to overprove your point and things, it's not going to come off in the way that you want it to, because still that's not where your power is at. You know what I'm saying? Your power is in the receiving and things. So you let people destroy themselves because they don't have points. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you get into proving people points wrong as a feminine and things of that nature, you're utilizing masculine energy and things, and you need to go understand what they're talking about in these contexts of occult, the biblical, the Jesuit intellect, the people that created the world that you live in, that you utilize their words, you know what I'm saying, to call yourself something. But if you're not doing the actual practice of it, then you may be rocked to sleep. And this is how you develop, you know what I'm saying, insecurities that you don't need in ways that you don't necessarily have to have. You know what I'm saying? So, but for the feminine aspect, you know what I'm saying, your ability is an ability to receive. And now I don't care if you're a man that got this shit. Yeah, that got this you utilizing your feminine context. You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody going to destroy themselves based upon, okay, you having a point and that other person having a point, and based upon y'all points coming together and stuff like that. If a person already got to overprove, you know what I'm saying, their point, and they can't just go out and let that, see that in the world and let the world take with them, aka, you know what I'm saying, just receive whatever mind state this person been in, or whatever feeling this person is, receive your feeling about what this person in, and let them go destroy themselves and things of that nature, because you ain't strong physically to fight that person if they're in, you know what I'm saying, those types of natures. You know what I'm saying? So this is how a woman can be more successful in the feminine nature than a man, you know what I'm saying, into his feminine nature, because he may be going overboard trying to prove his point. You know, so that's what we all got to do. Understand the shifts back between our own, and understand who playing this out correctly and things of that nature within the context of what they built the world. And that's the only way I listen to the universe. You know what I'm saying? Whatever humans want to build, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, when we talking about the actual aspect and you getting into some occult knowledge and shit like that, now you know what it is and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all always building on y'all point. Men should always have points, and feminine, y'all should always have internal magic and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So the ability to receive shit, the ability to have, you know what I'm saying, emotional intelligence about, okay, this person may be over whooping at the point, you know what I'm saying, or overgoing, and I ain't scared enough to fight him, so I know that character gonna lead to him destroying himself in general. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to do that with your masculine, and if you're a male that's utilizing your feminine internal natures, you supposed to use that with your feminine too. You supposed to utilize your feminine and things to see if I don't care if it's a male or female going too far into their masculine to overprove some shit, they gonna destroy themselves. So this is how y'all utilize both energies as well. And I'm Cashapp Cito, Spirit Coach. Get your ass in here.